Alright, what's up, YouTube? I'm back. Today is spring break. And I promised you some spring break videos, now did I? Alright, today's video is going to be called the sex test, aka the shit test. That's right, you heard me, people. It's going to be the sex test, aka the shit test. Now, when you hear the word shit test, you always think of girls playing mind games, making it hard for you, giving you fake phone numbers, fake email addresses. You want to know what's the whole point to their little end game. And I'm here to give you some reasons, some logical reasons that actually make some sense on why women do the type of stuff that they do. So let's start off with the one that men complain about the absolute most. The phone number. Oh yes. If you were in high school, college, or in the workforce, and you be at the nightclub and you be trying to get your LL Cool J on, or if you think you're Chris Brown, or them cats from the Flamingos, you always try to ask yourself, why do I always get a fake ass phone number? Well, I'm here to give you some reasons on why women give you the shit test and what's the whole point of the shit test. But it's called, in my opinion, I like to call it the sex test, aka the shit test. Now, I would probably say back when I was in high school, I had like at least maybe 7 out of 8 women who give you the shit test. Now, women give you a test because women don't think you've earned the right to get that pussy. I'm just gonna straight out say it. Calypso, Oregon. I'm gonna say it again. Calypso, nigga, Oregon. O'Shea Duke Jackson, Ringo TV Raw, Juan Wills, Solo TV 84, Alpha Male Strategy, Andrew 10126. When women give you a fake phone number, people, and I'm talking about you men who wonder why you always get a fake phone number, the woman is trying to say in a nice way, you don't deserve my pussy, so that's why you can't get the phone number. She's not going to open her mouth like how I'm saying it verbally and just straight out say, well, Negro, you ain't getting this ass, or you ain't getting the booty. She's not going to straight out say it. So the best way not to hurt your feelings, or to hurt your feelings in a nice way, is to just give you a fake phone number. You know how some guys tell you don't call the first day, don't call the first 2 days, wait day 3 or day 4, and you get mad and say, I want to find out if it's a real phone number or not? The reason why a lot of guys tell you wait later is because they want you to catch her in the act. They want you to see how full of shit she is. Like when I was in my teens, when I was in high school, a lot of older guys told me don't call the phone number no sooner than you get it. And I would say, why not? Because you need to see how full of shit she is. And I always went in my head like, old man, sit your ass down. You don't know nothing. I want to call the phone number now because if it's fake, then I already caught that she full of shit. And the reason why the old man say that is because a lot of times it be a fake phone number, and then you call 2 or 3 days later, and then it's a fake phone number. And I can't tell you this black girl's name because if she ever sees this on YouTube, she could come in here and flag the video or have the video get taken down and all that other BS. So I'll give her a nickname. We'll call her Mr. D girl. Mr. D, as in letter D, one day gave me a phone number, right? I was so happy that I got a phone number in high school. Once upon a time when I was young, dumb, stupid, didn't know any better. Didn't want to listen to my dad when my dad told me there's no such thing of a phone number with 8 numbers in it. They call it a 7-digit number. Not an 8-digit number, a 7-digit number. My mom started busting up laughing. And my mom looked at me back then and said, you do know there's no such thing of an 8-digit number. There's only 7 numbers that makes a phone number. If it's not in Afghanistan where they're having war, you don't get an 8-digit number, you get a 7-digit number. And you see, it wasn't until later in 2003 when I was still in high school that I wanted an explanation on why she didn't give me her real phone number. And you know what this bitch told me or told another person when this guy said, "What was the point of you giving him a fake phone number when you had no intentions of giving him the real phone number in the first place?" And you know what she said? She said, "Well, because I don't have time for him." And the guy was like, "So what you're trying to say is you don't find him," talking about me, apparently, that she didn't find me physically, sexually attractive. That I wasn't playing basketball or football. I wasn't gang banging in the streets. I wasn't cripping. I wasn't blooding. And since I wasn't doing those things, there was no attraction to me. You know, sure, she thought I was a nice guy, like most typical stupid, delusional black women here in America who watch too much television and don't realize it until they I'll show you what I'm talking about. Until they hit this wall here, then they start to wake the fuck up. But my point is that she gave me a fake phone number. And a lot of people have been asking, what can you do if you get a fake phone number? Well, there's a lot of ways you could stop it. One of the best things to do is to call the phone number right on the spot, because that's how you'll find out if she's lying or telling the truth. Because what most men don't understand is a woman is going to give her phone number to every guy. The first person she meets gets the real phone number. If you're guy number 2 or number 3 or number 4 or number 5, there is a good 57% chance you are getting a fake phone number and you don't even realize it until after you call 2 or 3 days later. It's like you get an email address, right? If the email address comes back too fast, that means it's fake. It's not real. Because you might have thought it was a real email address. You ever go on those online dating websites and the girl says, "Here's my email address," and you type it in and all of a sudden it comes back and then it says failure. This is not an email address, and you'd be like, "Well, but it's got her name." Well, that's because she's playing games with you, and the woman don't know how to open her mouth and say, "Well, I don't find you physically, sexually attractive." And not just me, but a lot of men fail the phone number test. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the phone number test. We all fail that test. And you know why we fail that test? Because we never catch the signs when it's first presented to us and thrown in our face. If a girl give you her phone number and her girlfriends are laughing and giggling and shit, that's a clue to let you know it's a fake phone number. I'm going to tell you when it's a real phone number. Calypso, Oregon, O'Shea, Duke, Jack. I'm going to tell you when it's a real phone number. When a girl takes her panties off and writes her phone number on the panties, that's when you know it's a 99.99% chance it's a real phone number. If she take her bra off and it's got her phone number on there, it's real. If she takes some lipstick out and write her phone number onto your hand, chances is it's a real phone number. If a girl ain't taking her panties and her bra off and writing the phone number down, or if she ain't got no napkin with her phone number on it, it's not real. Okay, men? Okay, gentlemen? If that's not happening to you, it's not real. And the reason why I say that is because it has to provoke a sexual response. Translation, you need to use masculine energy if you want the real phone number. See, when you say, "Give me your phone number," the girl gives you the phone number, but then the girl will be like, "I give every man my phone number, but if you're not the first man she met, you ain't getting the phone number." I mean, it's a rule about that. The man who gets the phone number first usually hits the ass first. That leads me to number 2. Why, after you've been talking to this woman for 6 months to a year, why she ain't giving up the booty? We all complain about that, right? Well, guess what? You always hear pimps and players and athletes always tell you the reason why she ain't giving you the booty 6 months to a year is because someone else was tapping that ass for 6 months or for a whole year straight while you was trying to do the same thing as LL Cool J, Will Smith, Morris Chestnut, or whoever it is that's popular at the time, you was doing it for 6 months and you failed every single time. And you see what happens when you find out you're in the friend zone, because she can't have the first guy she screwed and then you trying to get to her, and then guess what happens to you? You end up losing out on that because for 6 months she been messing around and you've been doing all the stuff she asked you to do. So now you're in a worse predicament than you was in the first place. So that's number one and number two. Number three is she always rolls her eyes at you. See, when you fall for that, what the girl is doing when she rolls her eyes is she's shit testing you. She's trying to see if you're a masculine man. She's trying to see, do you have strong qualities of an alpha male? And when you react and you ask her, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you having a good day? Are you having a bad day? When you respond like that, I'm going to let you on a effing secret. When you say, are you having a good day, a bad day, or are you okay, or is it something I said? Was it something I did? And she says, no, everything's okay. Translation, you have just fucked up. You know why? Because if she's smiling when she says no, everything's fine. Translation, everything's not fine. Because you just failed the test. Because you're now acting like a beta male. You're doing what a beta male men do when their girlfriend gets mad and starts rolling her eyes and snapping her fingers, and she got a stank attitude and she all stank with it. Because she's shit testing you. And as soon as you start reacting the way she doesn't want you to react, you've already failed. And guess what? You do it a second time. You do it a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time. Before you know it, you failed 10 damn times. It's like going to the DMV and they ask you one specific question on the DMV test. Do you turn right or do you turn left on a right turn or left turn signal? And you put down the wrong answer. Oh, now you can't get your driver's license. Now you can't get the car. Now you can't get no bitches and no hoes. Well, when a woman smiles at you because you said, are you having a good day, a bad day, are you okay, was it something I said, was it something I did? Translation, you failed the shit test. So now you've automatically disqualified yourself from any opportunities of getting the booty. You just disqualified yourself. It's like playing basketball and you foul out in the first quarter. You didn't even get to the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, not even overtime in the finals. You struck out in the first quarter of the basketball game. If it's baseball, you struck out 3 times in the first inning. Now you can't even get back into the damn game. That's what it feels like when you fail the shit test. Now, how do you pass the shit test? Because that's basically the question that everyone's asking. How do you pass the damn shit test? You want to know how you pass the shit test? Why don't you start doing all the stuff she does? If the girl talks to another man in front of you to try to make you get jealous, go talk to a girl in front of her. Turn her shit test against her. She give you a fake phone number, you give her a fake phone number. She give you a fake email address, you give her a fake email address. If she asks you what is the purpose of you doing this, you tell her, well, since you want to play mind games, let's play the Olympic Games. You want to play games? I'll play games. And that will let her know that you're not some guy that she can just play games with, that you're actually somebody serious. Another way that you can figure this out is if you catch her telling her girlfriend the reason why she gave you a fake phone number and you walk up on her and you go, aha, then she has no choice but to express and explain. Now, here's what's supposed to happen when you pass the damn shit test. She's supposed to reveal to you who she really is. See, most women are like serial killers. They put on a fake persona because they don't want to scare you off with who they are. And guess what? You crack the Da Vinci Code, you'll find out what kind of woman you're messing with. You'll find out this girl's a whore, a slut. You'll find out what kind of woman she is if you crack the code. And usually this would either motivate you to not mess with the girl no more, or you'll fall into the trap and then you won't recognize where you messed up at. So a lot of men mess up when they failed the shit test because they don't know how to pass the shit test, and they don't know how to deal with a girl that's always rolling their eyes, snapping their fingers. You could even, here's another thing that happens to men, and men can't explain it. It happened to me, so I can give you the answer. You talk to a girl, right? 1 week, everything is doing just fine, right? But then you talk to her in week number 2 or in week number 3, and all of a sudden she goes psycho bitch on you for no reason. And all of a sudden she go all weird and strange on you. She starts being all feminist. The reason why she's doing that is because she's trying to catch your reaction. She's trying to see that her being weird and strange, does it scare you? Does it terrify you? Does it make you feel terrible? Does it make you want to change up the way you do things? She's doing that to see what your reaction is. And here's how you fail the test. If you try to actually do what she wanted you to do, then she becomes disappointed because she weren't trying to get you to be a beta male. She wanted you to be an alpha male. So you transform from an alpha male to a beta male because you thought if it make her happy and you pleased her, that everything will be fine. Now you just disqualified yourself from getting the ass. And then another man comes in and gets the ass. And then you get jealous of that other man because he didn't really do the stuff that she asked you to do. And then he get the booty. That's where that alpha male fucks and beta male bucks association, that's where it comes from. It comes from that. If a woman can change a man, that's why they say you should never be in a beta male. If you tell the girl, I'm not changing for nobody, and the girl walk off and say, fine, she'll try to get you to chase her. That's the next thing that you mess up on. You chase the ass. You should never chase the ass. If you don't chase the ass, and she go, I'm not calling you, and you go, good, don't call me. She'll get mad and say, what? You said you won't do what? I won't call. Now she mad because you're not playing her little game. If it's a golf girl and she asks another, here's how you got to be careful, because even if you try to date a girl that's not the normal girl, and she go, do you think I'm weird? Do you think I'm strange? Do you think I'm crazy? Never say yes. You say yes, she'll get mad because you just straight out say, now if you act like an asshole and you say, yeah, bitch, you're crazy, and she goes, he called me crazy. Guess what? She's only acting out like a Hollywood actress to try to shit test you. When you go to a job, right, and you get put on what they call a 90-day probational period. For 90 days, you can't fight with nobody at the job. You can't talk back to nobody at the job. And guess what happens? You're going to get shit tested at your own job. They're going to count how many times you come on time, how many times you come late, how many times you do your job correct, how many times you make a mistake. They're going to do all of that while you're on the job, right? Women like to think they're your boss. They like to think you're the employee and they're your employer. And they're giving you an assessment. If you just think about what happens at a job, and then when you go take a woman out to lunch and dinner, even when you take the woman out to lunch and dinner, she is shit testing you. Even before you can get to the bedroom and have sex, she is shit testing you. So now that I explained to you what the problem is, now let me give you the long-term solution to the problem. Number one, if the woman give you a fake phone number, give her a fake phone number in return. Number two, she give you a fake email address, you give her a fake email address. Number three, if she goes 6 months to a year disappearing and you don't hang out with her as much, go talk to other women. I don't care if she get mad and upset at you talking to other women. Go talk to other women. Don't ever depend on one girl, because if you get this one girl, people leave you alone. Number 4, do not change your personality to fit her satisfaction. Because unless you getting a blowjob or you getting some sex, don't change your personality. Number 5, do not get upset when she keeps trying to test you when you've already passed. She's trying to see if how well do you perform under pressure, right? Look at basketball. That's how I'm gonna end this video. Look at basketball. Do you know why Stephen Curry is considered the best basketball player in the world? Because he can handle himself under pressure. Now, if you just look at the way he responds to how he destroys a team, you need to take that approach. You need to be Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan thrives off of pressure. Kobe Bryant, Stephen Curry, athletes like that, they thrive under pressure. They revel in it. They love when someone says, we gonna send the game into overtime. And then you see Stephen Curry drop 25, 35, 40 points, and you be like, damn, this guy just keeps dropping points. He keep hitting threes. And you see other teams try to catch up and compete, you see them teams fall apart, right? Well, that's because he thrives under pressure. Well, a woman loves to see how well do you perform under pressure. Are you going to give me a good performance, or are you going to give me a terrible performance? Guess what? You need to do the same thing back to the girl. How well does the girl perform under pressure? See, if you do it back to her, then the girl be like, he trying to test me? You can call it the man test. You can say, well, bitch, I'm giving your ass a test. And if the woman refuses to take your test, it's okay, because it reveals to you that she had no real serious intentions of trying to date you in the first place if she don't want to take your test. She wants you to take her test because she wants you to prove to her if you're worthy of the booty. But the alpha males that she messes with, they pass the test by not changing their personality, and that's how come they're not subject to the same stuff that you're subject to. Stick to my principles and stick to these rules, and you'll be fine. Try to ignore my rules and go against my protocols, and there's a special place you end up when you fail the shit test a total of 10 times. It's called the friend zone, and you know what the friend zone is.